Hi guys, so we've had our safety briefings. If you saw the little video we shot a little bit earlier, you may notice my attire has changed somewhat and I'm kind of standing in a jungle. If you look behind me, you can see in the distance, I can move the camera significantly, there we go, up. If you follow the little track, you can see that there is rice paddies behind me. If you look over my shoulder in this direction, you can see that it's jungle and scrub. You may be able to hear there's an excavator working in the background. So over here where the rice paddies are, this has been cleared of landmines, but behind me is where they're still working. So we're just coming up on the site here. You can see the guys behind me. I was going to turn this around. They're going to try and show you what's going on. Turn the camera around. It's just, oh sorry, Chummy. So each area is cleared. You can see the little danger landmine sign here. Each area is roped off, it's cordoned off and it's gridded out. And then these guys wearing the blue, holding the rope. It's looking a bit jerky, so I don't know how good my signal is. We might get cut off. You can see here we have a line. At each end is one of the handlers. And coming up that line is one of our hero rats. So each section is worked grid by grid, and they move along, and then the rat goes back and forth, back and forth. The rats are trained to find and detect TNT. So it's quite a privilege that we've been allowed to visit an actual real-life landmine to watch this, and I think the work is incredible. You know, what is it with human beings that we spend so much money on something that causes so much death and destruction? Sung told me the other day that a landmine cost, I think it was about $5. That's a lot of death for $5. And I think as part of the workshop it's important that we come. I'm going to turn around so you can see the guys. I think as part of the workshop it's kind of important. We like to try and share, you know, a sense of something and put a little bit back for the local community, because, you know, all this is now being returned to farmland after many, many years of you know, just being a killing field where kids run in and they get their legs blown off or killed or whatever. We were told earlier we're likely to be able to photograph and witness live detonation. I'm not quite sure what that's going to be, so we may be cutting in and out quite a bit, seeing what's going on. We'll go and have a little look, see how the boys are doing. How you doing, Greg?
Good, thanks.
You good?
Good morning, Australia.
Notice the Australians didn't bother to include the rest of the world.
And the rest of the world.
Yeah, thanks mate, yeah. How you doing? You think you're getting some fairly good shots?
I'm trying hard.
Yeah.
This fella can teach me if I can listen.
Ah, mate, that's very kind.
It's very good.
But, so one of the ways for you to shoot these, I think, getting in close, get down low.
Been video.
Are you doing video?
Yeah.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
All right. But like, if you were in close over here, have you got any, what do you got? Have you got any shots that are?
Only video.
Okay.
Yeah,
Do you want to have a go to still?
yeah, sure.
Let's have a go. What I'd suggest is if we come in close, obviously we've been told where we can and can't walk, but you see where, you see the line attached. I get really close. I get much closer if I were you, Greg. Get really, really close to the line, as close as you can. Let me see if I can turn this around so you can see. So here's our rat. The prime moment to shoot, Greg, is going to be, yeah, exactly, the other side. And then when the, wait. So Greg's thing is he's too impatient, isn't it, Greg?
It's very true.
Yeah. So in a minute, when the rat comes back up, sorry, I didn't mean to turn it around this way. Why take photos when you could just video it all? Because it's a photo workshop, Andrew. People have come to take photos, yeah. So you see, like, down here, that's the kind of shot. See if you can go for something like that. Greg, hello little ratty. These guys are amazing. Sorry, I'm in everyone's way. So I'll move back a bit. How about you, Bernie?
Not good.
Not good? What's up?
It wasn't a rat.
It wasn't a rat. What did you photograph?
Can't answer those questions, mate.
Okay.
Got a bit of blown out.
Okay, let's have a little look. Let's see if we put this. Yeah, it's a nice composition though. You've got some quite nice
Look at that.
shots. So what's wrong? What's happening with your exposure?
That's the leg shot there.
That's a leg shot. Yeah, okay. So okay, let's work through it. What's the thing? What's happening with the exposure? What ISO are you on? What are you doing?
I didn't check that, mate. It was...
So your histogram.
Oh, yeah. That could be a problem, 1600.
Right. So it's a common thing. We've just looked in the back of Greg's camera.
Bernie's.
Bernie's camera. Sorry mate, you Australians, you all look the same to me.
Oh, thanks.
So it's now a case of changing it. So from last night in the dark, you were on 1600 ISO when we were trying to photograph the moon at Angkor Wat.
That may be better.
What are we down to now?
125.
125, that's
yeah.
got to be better. Which mode are you in?
I'm in aperture priority.
Aperture priority, and your aperture is f7.
Yep.
That's pretty good. It looks to me like you've got some exposure compensation dialed in there. No, you haven't. Okay. It just says it's massively underexposed for some reason. Overexposed.
Over.
Take a test shot, just do a quick shot. Let's just see what happens. Look at that, look at that. Ah, I'm going to show you. Look, this just goes to show if I can get it. Oh, sorry. Pressed the wrong button. Look. Here we go. I want you to see. This just goes to show the relationship that is developed between the rat and its handler. This guy just walked out of the minefield. The rat's not tethered to him in any way, and the rat just happily follows like a little dog. I think it's pretty amazing. Sorry, we're going to go back and see how photographers are getting on. The key to this sort of photography is about getting in close. I think what to make the most dramatic type of shots, guys, is going to be if you've got your lens short and wide, keep your lens short, and then as the rat comes closer to you up the line, you can then just wait for the moment, you know? Remember that all that talk about not being in a hurry?
Yeah.
It's like, oh rat, landmine, quick.
Okay.
You know, it's like you do, that's what you think, isn't it, you know?
Yeah.
Everybody goes through those moments.
Yeah, real those rats.
It's incredible, isn't it?
Mm.
But I think as they come up the line, wait until the rat gets really close with a very wide lens. Keep focusing as you go, and just keep watching. Maybe even just keep shooting. Maybe even have burst mode.
Yep.
Because you don't know where the rat's going to look, and you might catch an expression just right, but you're going to need burst mode.
Okay.
Yeah, so you're ready.
Put on El Servo, like,
Yeah, or you can use, if you want to use AI servo,
yeah,
so the focus is tracking the rat, or
Yeah.
single point,
yeah.
so you can just keep the dot on the rat, and as the rat comes closer, your camera's keeping it in focus.
Yep.
You know how to do that?
Yep.
You good?
Yep.
But yeah, I'd recommend you got a, 18 to, for a 400mm lens there, probably the 18mm end. But I reckon the 18mm, whoops, sorry viewers, you're getting wobbly there. The 18mm end for you is might be a little bit far off in the focus on that lens.
All right.
Yeah.
We'll give it a go. Thank you.
Okay. Thanks for letting us share. We're all being very careful not to tread anywhere we shouldn't. And if you need to go for a wee, you go that side, not that side. So let's go see what else is occurring a bit further up with some of the guys. If you've got any questions, guys, there's how many of you? There's not a huge number at this time, but there's 50 of you here. If anyone's got any questions for these amazing people from Apopo, these bomb disposal experts, please, feel free to ask. Just put them up, and I'll ask them on your behalf. So just tell me. But if any questions come, I'll come speak to you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So this section here in front of us is now cleared. Yeah.
Yes, this area is clear by rat.
So that's now clear.
Yeah,
So I see the rat coming out.
yeah.
That's safe. And then, sorry, I'm just having a look. Where did they get their training? Where are the rats trained?
The rat is trained in Tanzania. And
Hang on, I need the microphone here. The sound might not be very good, guys, so, okay.
the rat is trained in Tanzania for 1 year or 8 months to 1 year, and then when the rat pass the accreditation, the test, and then they bring rat to Cambodia for working in the real mine here.
We were talking to, what's the name of the guy from Tanzania?
The guy from Tanzania is Mr. Mark and Mr. CD Mark.
Okay. Is he here?
Yeah.
Oh, maybe we'll go and ask him because he was really interesting as well because he's in part of the training.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yes, thank
Okay,
you very much.
I'll see you in a moment. Let's just go see if we can find the guy who trains the rats. Look at the guys here. Difficulty when you're shooting in a location in something as unique an opportunity as this is to get very carried away and start taking too many pictures too quickly instead of slowing down and thinking. So, just going to make sure everyone's okay. Hi.
Hello.
Hello, how are you?
I'm good, thanks.
We're on YouTube live at the moment, explaining the good work you do. Sorry, what's your name?
My name is Shirima.
Sharima.
Yes.
Sharima, can you explain, somebody was asking, how are the rats trained?
Actually, the rats, they are trained to detect landmines, TNT, which is the molecules presented into the landmines. First of all, we socialize them because, you know, these animals, they are so captivity animals. So we took them, we breed, then we started training the young ones.
So you take them from the wild because you can't train the wild animal,
Yeah.
and then you breed a domesticated animal,
Yes.
which you can then train.
Yes.
Okay.
So after breed them, we socialize them. We make them to be familiar with our smells. You know, our smells are different with the animals, so we make them to be familiar with theirs. Then after knowing that, we train click sound. Click sound, it means that we associate the sound with food. Click means food. Then after knowing that click means food, we introduce TNT. TNT, click, food. So we associate three things: clicker, TNT, and food.
So the rat learns when it finds TNT through the smell,
Yes.
it will get food.
Yeah.
Got it. And that is how they're trained. So now in a real world situation, the rats are now sniffing for TNT,
TNT, yes.
knowing they get a reward.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I need to say to you, all you guys, are they doing that all week long, Marie Sophie? Yes, they do this. How long do they work?
In the money field,
Yes.
normally they clear 400 square meter for 40 minutes, one rat.
Oh wow! One rat can clear 40 square meters in 1 minute.
400.
400
Yeah.
square meters in 1 minute.
No. 40 minutes.
40 minutes,
Yes.
400.
Yes.
So it's a meter a minute.
Yes.
10 meters a minute.
Yeah.
I'm not very good at sums. That's pretty amazing. Oh wow, look. Let's go and, excuse me, let's go and meet Sharon here, who's our tour, our super organised Sharon. Sorry, I'm going to turn the camera around. Sharon, you had a rat.
Yes, I have a rat. It's my pet now. He's
Hello, little fella.
Hello, gorgeous.
Wow. Hello, little ratty. Hello. These guys are incredible. And I was told earlier just now that using rats, why use rats? Most of the landmines are made of plastic. They have the most minute amount of metal contained within them. So there is a chance a metal detector could miss the landmine, but also it's ineffective because when you're searching, say, an area like this that was once a battlefield, there can be shrapnel, little pieces of metal lying around. So one of these bomb disposal experts, I'm going to show you this, one of these guys here would be searching possibly on the information from a metal detector and just come up with an empty cartridge shell, or just a spoon or a discarded cigarette lighter, and that is not an effective way to be working. Whereas the rats, they're just searching for the smell of the TNT, and so therefore they sniff out the landmine. They're not heavy enough to set the landmine off, so don't worry about that. And then when they find one of these heroes goes in on their belly with a knife or whatever tools they need to defuse the landmine. Yeah, that's correct. Yes, they are. They are African poached rats, and they come from Tanzania. So, what do we got?
Now we go back to see the
Demolition.
We're going back to see the demolition. Oh wow, thank you. That's cool. So we're probably going to come back online in a minute, because there's no point you guys sitting around watching us walk through the jungle for a while. I just want to... Oh, everyone's coming back now. Everybody was over there photographing water buffalo in the field next door.
And little kids.
And little kids.
Yeah, they were playing with us.
Hang on a minute, hang on, Charlene, because the guys... Can you come the other side?
What? Oh.
Come this side.
Okay.
Here you go, because the microphone's that side. Sorry, Charlene, what were you saying? You were photographing...
Little kids. These guys right here, they were sort of playing games with us
That's a
here.
lovely picture. Let me see if we can show everyone the shots that you've just taken. Turn the camera around.
These are the little kids and their bicycles.
Hang on, turn around this way a bit. Let's see, because the reflections.
Okay, is that better?
Can't see a picture at all.
There we go.
I don't know if you can see that, guys. Look, these children. Look at that lovely little pool of light you found.
Yeah.
That's a cracking picture, Charlene.
Yeah, they're watching the mine cleaning, the mine clearing going on, and us taking photographs. And I just thought that, and they're playing.
Yeah.
There's the tractor that we keep seeing over and over again.
And this little track is running right next to a minefield.
Yeah.
And it's a pretty scary and sobering thing, really, isn't it? When you think those children in that beautiful picture at any moment could run over that way instead of that way and be killed or just ruined forever. So, this is why we come here to support these guys, because it is a photo workshop, but we want to try and put a bit back and spread a bit of awareness. So
Better food than me.
I think we're going to sign off for a while now, guys. We will probably pop back on. Sorry to keep popping on and off air. This is happening as you're watching it. But we're going to come back when we go for the live detonation, and we'll talk to you in a while. See you later.